Gil Martin here, and welcome everybody to today's episode of the Daily Packers Post, where we bring you new videos about the Green Bay Packers every day, Monday through Friday. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe so you never miss an episode. Today, we're going to talk about the impact of the contract extension the Green Bay Packers signed with wide receiver Christian Watson. It was a 1-year contract extension that will keep him under contract with the Pack through the end of the 2026 season. It's a 1-year deal worth a reported $13.25 million. Now, Watson basically was a second-round pick of the Packers back in 2022. They actually had to trade up to the first overall pick in the second round to get him, trading 2 second-round picks to the Vikings in that trade. And, the Green Bay has always loved the North Dakota State alumni's combination of size and speed. His most productive season was his rookie year, 41 catches, 611 yards, and 7 touchdowns. Injuries limited to him to just 9 games in 2023. Slowed him down in 2024. He caught 57 total passes combined over those 2 seasons. When he played his best, Watson was capable of taking over a game. We saw it first in his breakout game in 2022 against the Cowboys. 3 touchdowns. He can be a force. Even when he doesn't get the ball, Watson helps create time and space for teammates because defenses have to respect the threat of Watson getting open deep. And he has been, over the last few years, the Packers' best receiver at beating man-to-man coverage. Now, in the season finale last year against the Bears, Watson suffered a serious knee injury that required surgery, and he spent the offseason rehabbing and working hard to try to get back on the field as soon as possible. The usual recovery time for this injury is 10 months, but Watson has been working hard and pushing to return sooner. He spent all of training camp with the rehab group, missed all of preseason, and the Packers did place him on the PUP, the PUP list, to start the season. That means he will miss at least the first 4 games of the year before he can start being activated again if he's ready to go. He then could practice with the team and then have a 3-week window to activate him to the roster or to put him on IR for the rest of the year. So we talked about the 1-year deal, $13.25 million. It seems to indicate, number one, the Packers are fairly confident that Watson will be able to play at a high level once he returns, and that he may be returning a little sooner rather than later this year. But at the same time, it's not a long-term commitment. So if he comes back and re-injures himself or comes back and just doesn't have the same speed or burst that he had previously, the Packers are not on the hook beyond 1 more year. Now, Green Bay, very deep at wide receiver right now. They added Matthew Golden and Savion Williams in the draft in the 1st and 3rd round, respectively. And you got a veteran room behind them with Romeo Doubs, Dontavian Wicks, Jaden Reed, and Malik Heath as the overall top 6. Golden and Doubs were the starters on the boundary in week 1. Reed in his usual spot in the slot. Reed and Wicks right now playing through some injuries. And look, when Watson returns, he probably starts opposite Golden, maybe opposite Doubs. Again, injury's always a wild card. But eventually, when he not only returns, but ramps himself back up into full football shape, look for Watson to continue to play an increased role this year, probably within a month after his return. Looking ahead, though, what does this deal mean for the Packers? Well, obviously it shows how much Brian Gutekunst and the front office like Christian Watson and want to keep him with the organization. It also means that the Packers are unlikely to extend Romeo Doubs. This is the last year of his contract. He was drafted the same year as Watson. But with the depth the team has at wide receiver, the fact that Watson and Doubs are now the oldest and most experienced receivers on this roster, doesn't look like there'll be room for Romeo Doubs. So barring an impressive year this year, and even then, I would say the odds are slim that Romeo Doubs is a Packer in 2026. The deal also puts the Packers, at least as of now, about $16 million over the projected 2026 salary cap. And you add in the Micah Parsons contract, and that's where the Packers find themselves. This means that Russ Ball is going to have to work on restructuring some deals. I mean, it's not like they can't free up the money, but you've got a lot of players, whether it's Elton Jenkins, who has a very high cap hit and may be able to be kept by restructuring, or they may have to move on from him. Rasheed Walker, Sean Ryan, Quay Walker, all of these guys now less likely that they'll be back in Green Bay, and it also means it's less likely that the Packers could make a big splash in free agency or in the trade market unless they also send another player away. So, those are the implications of the deal, and now the Packers have to hope that when he returns, Watson shows that he was worth it and that he is ready to contribute again to the Packers when he's on his game. And if he can only get a little more consistent and stay healthy, he can really, really be a difference maker. Check out our website at thepackerspost.com for in-depth articles about the Packers Monday through Saturday. Here on YouTube, hit the like button and subscribe so you never miss one of our episodes. I'm Gil Martin. Have a great day, everybody. Stay safe. And of course, go Pack Go.